Hello YouTube, it is Russ Strock here on May the 3rd, 2026. I'm here in Southeast Michigan in my bee yard, and it's just so much activity out here. I wanted to share it with you. I've been really busy trying to make up Nucleus Hives for a number of orders I have this spring. And today is Sunday. This is a day after we had 2 nights dip down into the low 30s. And I've had a number of challenges getting queen cells established in these nukes. I think I'll share more about some of those challenges as I walk around the bee yard, but it's so exciting just to see the amount of activity going on right now at all of the entrances to these colonies. This is one of the nukes that I made up right here, and I'm not sure why the bees are kind of kegged up in the back, but they're all flying around the back of it today. So while I'm going over to these other ones, I'll just tell you about I've had these wildlife problems, skunks and raccoons and other things. I don't know all what, but I've had a trapping issue going on here. I finally did get both a skunk and a raccoon. But I want to show you at the entrance, this is just a beautiful level of activity. And if you watch closely, you're going to see some of the pollen that they're bringing in. They're bringing in both, they're bringing in dandelion pollen, which is really bright yellow, almost orange. And then they're getting some kind of white pollen, and I'm not sure where the white is coming from. This is one of my overwintered queens. I put it in this nuke box so that I could stimulate her original colony to produce some queen cells. Here's 4 nucleus hives I've got made up here, and you can see I got all kinds of stuff stacked on the top, trying to discourage the wildlife from getting into the top feeders. I've really had a huge problem. The one on the end is very active right now. I'll try to zoom in a little bit, but the new queen cells that I added are supposed to hatch either today or tomorrow on Monday. Here's another area where I've got a bunch of bees. The big colony on the right was an overwintered one that was a little bit slow to take off, but once again, if you just look at these bees and the entrance, you'll see quite a lot of pollen coming in. There's just looks like basketballs on their back legs. Some of it is orange and some of it is white. And there was a good example. I hope it came through. Here's 3 more of my nucleus hives, and again, a lot of good activity. Before I put those new queen cells in on Thursday, I added some additional frames of brood and resources where they seemed weak, and I suspect some of what we're seeing here are those bees hatching out of those new brood frames. Same story today at every one of my hives. I can see from the side these bees, this overwintered colony here, they were doing orientation flights, so we had some nice hatching taking place. The same going on over there. I can see a bunch of bees kind of orientating out the front. And here, I never was able to get these bees to use the bottom entrance after winter, so I just letting them do their thing. And you can see they're packing pollen in there in these 2 little holes they're using. But they are they're coming in with a lot of resources right now. It's so rewarding to see them doing so well. Same here, this hive is mostly using the back and just loaded with those colorful basketballs on their rear legs. Lots. That's really good. Hope I don't get stung, but just lots and lots of nice pollen shows up here. And then this is another one of my overwintered colonies on the left, and I got these 2 nuke hives going on the right, and they're just crawling with bees. They look so healthy right now. I just hope those queen cells that I put in on Thursday hatch and go out and get mated, and I can get these nucleus hives hopefully real healthy, full of bees, off to some of the folks who ordered them during the late winter. And these are my other 3 I have. I got 4 more across the street, and maybe I'll continue the video over there. But yeah, these are all looking really good right now. And like you can see, I put the foam on top, the insulation, just hoping that those last 2 nights, after I put those queen cells in, hoping that it would help retain a little bit of heat. Like I said, I added bees too, but they're looking so good. This is another overwintered colony, and I noticed this one is not bringing as much pollen in when I walked by earlier, so I'm not sure if that means we got a queen problem. I just saw a real nice batch of dandelion pollen, so yeah. All right, I'm going to stop the video and walk across the street. Maybe I'll start it back up. Well, I thought while I'm walking across the street, I would just tell you all that I continue to feed the bees 1-to-1 sugar water with supplements, booster, amino B, and I'm doing all the top feeding with the nukes. And I'm trying to get some of the overwintered hives to build out wax foundation, so I'm continuing to feed those as well. It probably isn't necessary. I thought on my way up I would show you that I still have the communal feeders going out here in my backyard, and I fill these with just a little bit of sugar syrup each morning and then give it another dose, and I just fed them on the way down to the bee yard. So and I leave the empty buckets out here for them to take the leftover syrup from. I've got a little bit in this bucket here, so I make these up. I've been making up 2 of these 2-gallon buckets. Turn the camera on. I've been making up 2 of these 2-gallon buckets every single day. Well, since sometime in like late March. I'm going through a lot of sugar. Costco loves me. So I'm going to walk across the street and I'll tell you about what I did in mid-April. Was I took 3 overwintered queens out of my 3 strongest colonies, and I caused those colonies to make emergency queen cells. I used those emergency queen cells to begin making nucleus hives, and I did that successfully in prior years, but this year around day 12, somewhere around April 25th, we had a 25-degree night. And some of the nucleus hives that I prepared did not have a lot of bees in them, and I'm pretty certain that those queen cells froze, or I should say they didn't survive. So I went through and did a thorough examination about a week ago, 6-7 days ago, and I was able to confirm that 3 of my original queen cells hatched and the queens were not got mated. So 3 out of 15, which is really, really, really poor. So I have a good friend over near St. Clair Shores who raises honeybees as well. And I bought 12 more queen cells from him. And those are the ones I reinstalled last Thursday. And of course, right after installing those, it went down to the low 30s the last 2 nights. But I did add a lot more bees to each of the colonies, and I'm hopeful that things are going to work out. So now I'm here across the street at my neighbor's, and this is really going to be, hopefully this will come through. But there's this nice little shed that my neighbor lets me put my nukes in. It's just a gardening shed. And we took the window out, and you can probably hear the bees. I hope you can hear the bees, but they are just going crazy here. It almost looks like orientation flights, but there are lots and lots and lots of bees. Oh, did I just get stung on the arm? I might have just got stung. Yuck. I rested my arm on a fence post, and I think I got stung. I'm going to stop the video. Well, if I did get stung, it wasn't a bad sting. So I'm back, and I'm going to open up this door. Oh my goodness, look at in here. I don't know if you can see all the bees on the fronts of those nucleus hives, but there's 4 of them in here, and I also insulated the top, just like I did the others. I think we got some queen activity going on. This is extreme. So if I didn't know better, I'd say it's a swarm, but I know they're not swarming because I just put frames of brood in there, and they're basically queenless unless the queen's just hatched. But yeah, very encouraging to see all this activity. Just beautiful. And so different than the first round. All right, I'm going to stop the video. I just wanted to share with you my efforts so far to get these queens to take. I would say to get the Nucleus Hives to be successful. I'll also share that today I just ordered an incubator from Walmart, and I'm going to try my own hand at making some of my own queens, grafting queens. So I hope everybody has a good beekeeping season. It's a really exciting time right now of year to see all the blossoms out. It's just there's so much going on right now. Lilacs and crab apples, and the eastern redbud is still out. We got a lot of dandelions around. The Russian olives are just starting too, and although some of these are not their favorites, the bees will get pollen and some nectar from most of the ones I mentioned. All right, well, I hope you all have a good beekeeping season. Don't hesitate to drop me a comment or a like or subscribe, better yet. If you like this content, I'll keep making more. Just let me know. All right, thank you.